Hey guys, it's Alana and welcome to my channel. So I'm filming this intro with my phone because I just realized that I forgot to film an intro for this video on my camera and my battery is charging currently, so I don't feel like putting it back in my camera, sitting back down and filming this intro. So today we are doing a look with the Cremated palette. The look that is currently on my face is what you guys are going to be seeing today. So before we get started, please make sure that you like this video and subscribe to support me. I definitely appreciate it. I probably said that at the end of this video, so I'm sorry if I did. But anyway, let's get into this look. Again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's get into this look. Alright, so we are primed and ready to go. I did prime my eyes with the P. Louise and Mama Mitchell Acid Rain Blank Canvas Primer. I do really like this primer. This is the second time that I'm using it, and I've noticed that it performs really, really well. So let's just get into this tutorial. Alright, so I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to recreate the look that I did in my first Cremated thingy that didn't go very well because I forgot to make sure my mic was on, or if I'm going to do a different look. So I think I want to do a different look, and I did swatches in my other video, so if you're wanting to see swatches, definitely go over to my other Cremated video, which I will link above so that it's easier for you guys. I'm going to take a Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush. This is the JH51. And let's see, I want to use shades that I haven't used yet, but that's a little difficult. I think we're going to use hers, which is a little scary because it's the black shade in this palette, but I mean, that's what we're here for, to experiment. So let's dip into hers, and I'm just going to start on my outer V first. Yeah, super pigmented. And I just tapped in it like once. And I'm just gonna pack it here first, just to decide where I want to put it, because I'm not even sure. Just gonna add a little bit more hers here, because once I blended it out it was kind of gone, and then I'm just slowly bringing it into my crease. I may cut my crease anyway though, because I'm using dark colors and I want to use diamond ashes on my lid, so I want that to like really pop. So I'm just kind of slowly blending it into my crease and then out, which is why I love shadow shields, because it will help me keep this shape that I want. And since I'm using this black shade, I'm probably not going to do eyeliner because you won't be able to see it anyway. Alright, that's about good. So let's do the same thing over here. I think that is about good, so I'm just going to color switch whatever is left off, just because I like to keep my brushes clean when they're in the tubby. I need to wash my brushes though, because they're absolutely almost all dirty. If I didn't have these new Jaclyn Hill brushes, I wouldn't be able to even film this video. Now I'm going to take a JH36 brush, and I'm just going to like softly blend this shade and see what happens, really. This is a really good blending brush. Like I said in my first Cremated video when my volume wasn't on, I was talking a lot about this brush because that was the first time I used this brush, and it was just so good. So I was like, oh, this is like my new favorite blending brush and I need to buy more. I basically barely did anything, but I kind of softened it up a little bit, so All right, now we're gonna move on. So we're switching back to that JH51, which is that little packing brush that we used for the first shade. We're gonna dip into Wednesday, which is this shade right here, and I'm just gonna put it in the middle of my eyelids. I'm trying to use different shades that I didn't use in the first video. So if I used it in the first video, I'm trying to not use it, even though you guys didn't get to see that video because of my technical difficulty, which was my error really. I'm just trying to use different shades because then at the end of this video I can let you guys know how the consistency is between the shades since I've used more of them and all that jazz. So I know I said I was just gonna put that in the middle and I kind of brought it up here, but that's fine. I'm just blending it out. Usually when I talk while I do something I completely forget what I was going to initially do, but that's okay because I'm going to do like a half cut crease to put diamond ashes there. So I'm not worried about it. So far, I'm kind of liking how it looks. The shades lay down very, very nicely. They're super pigmented and they blend out really well. And honestly, I'm not surprised because I have a couple of Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes and they're all really consistent when it comes to like payoff and opacity and blendability, all that stuff. It's always really good. Like I've never experienced an issue with Jeffree Star Cosmetics before. I do have the Thirsty palette and I did hear that the blue shade or blue shades in there were patchy, but I haven't used those yet, so I'm not sure. I can't like verify that basically. But I do plan on using that palette more because it is my favorite Jeffree Star palette, which I can't wait for him to come out with a nude palette. I really hope that he does. I feel like a lot of people want a nude palette from Jeffree Star because his formula is just so unique and so amazing. It's like the best formula that I've ever tried. I would say that the next runner-up would be Juvias Place because their mattes are amazing and their shimmers are like out of this world. For an affordable brand, like if you want close to Jeffree Star Cosmetics but you're on a budget, I would go to Juvia's Place. Now I'm going to take that blending brush again. This is the JH36 and I'm just going to blend these shades together just to make sure that it's all nice and buffed out and seamless, you know, that jazz. Well, there we go. Now that it's all like blended together, it kind of looks like it's all the same shade. I don't even know if on camera if you can tell a difference or not. I am going to take the JH51 packing brush again and I'm going to dip back into hers and add it back here because I do want it to look like, you know, it's kind of like a gradient. Kind of, if that makes any sense. Like I'm just gonna pack it here and softly blend it into Wednesday because I am gonna cut my crease right here and add diamond ashes, so I kind of want it to look like a gradient. Now I'm going to cut my crease. I'm going to be using the blank canvas again because I'm trying to use that one more instead of concealer. I'm gonna cut my crease to like a half cut crease and then I'll come back on camera and we can go from there. I really like the P. Louise base for like just the base, like as a blank canvas, but for cutting the crease I think I'm gonna stick to using my Juvias Place concealer in number 19 because it's smoother. It's a smoother application, if that makes any sense. Like if you've used the P. Louise base, then you probably know what I'm talking about. It's like it's a thick cream, so it doesn't glide on like as easy as I'd like to. So I'm taking Wednesday on a Morphe M506 brush. It's this little blending brush and I'm going to like blend it right here. I'm going to just pack it right here first and then softly blend it. I'm like adding a little bit at a time because these shades are super pigmented and I'm not sure what's gonna happen basically. See, I really like how this eye is looking, and this eye is kind of similar, but this is my favorite eye so far. I really like the eye shape that I did today. Like, I'm really liking it. It's like an eyeliner without eyeliner, if that makes any sense. All right, so now let's move on. I think since I don't have nails on, I have, you know, finger stubs, I'm going to use Diamond Ashes with my finger. So let's do that. Here's the shade. It's gorgeous, like absolutely stunning. Whoa. I think I'm going to switch to a brush so I can get more in there, but whoa, that's way better than I expected. And I know I swatched this shade already and it was amazing even when I swatched it the first time, but it's like still takes me by surprise. And of course my favorite packing brush is dirty, so dang it. Oh, I have this little tiny fluffy one. Maybe this will work. Okay, we're gonna try it. This is the JH44 and I am going to wet it first with my Morphe setting mist. This is not sponsored. Ooh, lots picked up there. Wow. This is everything that I want in a shimmer. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Jeffree Star mentioned in his launch video that all of these shades are in fact eyeshadows. None of them are like pigments or glitters or anything like that, like pressed pigments or pressed glitters. They're all eyeshadows, meaning that they're all eye safe, which is really nice because I know that there's a lot of people that either hate pressed pigments or pressed glitters or just can't use them because they irritate their skin. So I thought that that was really nice that this whole palette is in fact eyeshadows. So I'll be right back, gonna do my full face. We'll come back, do inner corner, maybe tightline if I decide if I want to do that or not, and then I'm going to talk about the palette a little bit. Since I used a couple more shades, I do want to let you guys know about my experience with it. In case you didn't see my other cremated video and this is the first one that you're watching, I want to give you all the information possible. So I'll be right back. Alright everybody, so we're back. My full face is done. The only thing we need to do is the lips, inner corner, tightline, eyebrow, and highlight, which I'm going to do all that using this palette, except for the lip. Obviously I'm going to be using Heaven's Gate lip gloss. In case you didn't watch my other cremated video, I want you to be able to see that gloss. So we are going to be highlighting the inner corner with Afterlife, which is this beautiful shade right here. Like, look at that. And this brush is dry, by the way. This is a JH39. It's just so pretty. Like, that's what I expect my inner corner to look like. Absolutely blinding. I love it. I absolutely love it. We're going to highlight the brow bone with it. Like, oh girl. I'm also going to be using this shade to highlight my face since I haven't used a highlighter yet. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. So I'm taking my favorite highlighting brush. This is from SL Miss Glam, and it is the number L36. I don't know if you can buy this individually. I got this in an Ipsy bag like ages ago, so I'm not even sure. Ooh, my goodness. It's so pretty, and I only dipped once and I tapped off excess, so I dipped in it again without tapping off, and yeah, that's insane. I'm living for that. I'm living for it. I'm like gently tapping in there because I don't want it to look, you know, crazy. I do like my highlight to be blinding but not too crazy, so that's about the way I like it. Yes, that's gorgeous. All right, I love it. I love this palette so much. Like, I don't know if you guys probably already know that, but I love it. I'm gonna be taking the same brush, the JH39, to tightline. Let's tightline with Wednesday. If it messes it up, I mean, hey, I'm not going anywhere anyway. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm actually happy about how this is turning out. Maybe with my lighting you can't exactly tell, but I am going to zoom in for the final look so that you guys can get a closer, you know, look-see at the eye look. I'm going to quickly add some mascara to my bottom lashes. This is Tarte's Maneater. I absolutely love the wand on here. My favorite, all-time favorite mascara will always be Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions, because it's just amazing. But I'm trying not to use it so much because I am running very low on it. I've already had it longer than you're supposed to. They say that you're supposed to switch out eye products every 3 to 6 months, but I can't get myself to throw that out yet because it's still like wet when you take it out, when you take the wand out. So I'm hanging on to that for dear life until I can get myself to Ulta and go buy another one, because they are in Ulta now. All right, so now let's do this gloss, and then I'll zoom you guys in to see my eye look. I absolutely love this gloss. It smells amazing. I can't even describe what it smells like. It smells like candy or like a dessert or something. But it's super comfortable, and look at that. It's gorgeous. It's so comfortable. It's not sticky. It's not tacky. I could wear this all day and it wouldn't even bother me. All right, there you have it. It just smells so good, and the scent is not super strong to where you're gonna get irritated, that you can still smell it. Or maybe if you're sensitive to smell, maybe you would be, but I didn't really notice the scent linger when I wore it yesterday for a couple of hours, so Alright guys, well there you have it. So this is the final look. I'm sorry my hair is so crazy, jeez. Let me know down below what you guys think about this look. So now real quick before I let you guys go, let's talk about this palette. So I know I've already said a million times, in case you haven't seen my other Cremated palette video, I'm going to let you guys know about the shades that I used previously, the shades that I used in this video, and what my thoughts are about this palette. So obviously you already know I absolutely love this palette. This color story just speaks to the little emo girl that I was in middle school. It's like the best like alternative palette, I guess you can say, because the colors are really dark and sultry, but they also have light nude shades. I feel like this palette's definitely going to be my everyday palette, because I feel like these type of colors just complement my face. Like they they just look so good on me in my personal opinion. So I absolutely love this palette. I can't say that enough. I'm trying not to sound like a biased fangirl, but I honestly, like, if any of these shades were shit, I would tell you. Like, if they were patchy or horrible, I would tell you. So one thing that I do want to mention, when I initially used this palette, some of the shades have a lot of kick up. Me personally, that doesn't bother me because, you know, I mean, it just doesn't bother me. I don't really have an explanation as to why. It just doesn't. I just felt the need to mention it because I do know that some people do care about that, or it is something that should be mentioned so that you're aware that there is kick up and there is a little bit of fallout from the shimmer shades, because the first look that I used, or that I used Mausoleum, which is the shade right here all over my lid, and then I noticed that I had like glitter specks on my face. But since I do my base after my eye look, it was covered up by foundation. There was just like a little bit of glitter seeping through my base, but if you have like a full coverage base, you probably wouldn't even notice it. Or maybe clean your face first and then do your base, and then you'll have no problem with that. The shimmers in this palette are absolutely amazing. They perform phenomenal, dry or wet, with your finger, with a brush. They're amazing. They're just so good. I don't even know what else to say about the shimmers. The mattes, beautiful, super opaque. Like, the payoff is insane in this palette, but I mean, that's, you know, nothing new when it comes to Jeffree Star Cosmetics formula. If you've tried his formula before, then you know. If you haven't and you've tried Juvias Place, then I would compare Juvias Place mattes to Jeffree Star. I know I compare them a lot. The reason why I do that is because not everybody can afford Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes. They're up there in price, like from the $40s to $50 when it comes to his palettes. I think they're all $58. I don't really know if any of them are cheaper than that. I compare JSC to Juvia's Place because Juvia's Place is affordable and their mattes are amazing and their shimmers are out of this world amazing as well. So if you want to experience Jeffree Star's formula without the price, then Juvia's Place is very close. I would definitely save up and get a Jeffree Star palette if you've never experienced his formula before. It's definitely worth it. You definitely get that bang for your buck when you purchase a Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, because they are really nice in the formula and everything like that. So I feel like I've said that a million times already, so I'm just gonna shut up now. But in case you haven't saw, this is the palette. It does have Jeffree Star's face on it, which I absolutely love. Last night though, I had to like turn the palette around because I felt like Jeffree Star was just staring at me himself. So it is a nice palette. I do absolutely love the artwork on here. One more thing, this is the Jawbreaker palette, and then this is the Cremated palette. So they are exactly the same component. So if you have the Jawbreaker palette, it's the same size for Cremated. So I do love this component. I wish that all of his palettes were in this component because it's easy to store and I like it. It's nice. Like, I could stack them like this and it would look like a little, you know, makeup palette bookshelf or something. So yeah, but oh, also, in case you haven't seen Jawbreaker's color story, like, look at this. This is beautiful. And then next to Cremated, it's like Jawbreaker's evil stepsister or something. It's like, it's gorgeous. It's like, if you have both of these palettes, you literally have everything that you need, really. I mean, there's not too many nudes in the Jawbreaker palette, so you probably need at least one companion. But with the Cremated palette, you can create multiple different looks with just one palette. A lot of the shades were very similar, though I do want to say the shade Solemnly Swear and Gravedigger are exactly the same. Like, Gravedigger blended out is Solemnly Swear, like, if that makes any sense. When you blend out Gravedigger, it has a gradient, like a lighter shade, and it's definitely Solemnly Swear because I used those two shades next to each other and it didn't look like I did anything. So I definitely keep that in mind. Some of the shades may seem similar, but nonetheless, you saw me create this look and you saw how pigmented the shades were. I do recommend this palette, and it performed really well with the eyeshadow base that I used. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure that you like it if you enjoyed it. It definitely helps me out when you guys like my videos. Also, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy my content and all that jazz. Click the bell icon on the screen so that you're notified when my videos go live so that you never miss any of them. And I will see you guys next time with another one. Bye.